Hello. Welcome to Good Enough. I am Bill Umack of planet I don't know. Some planet. Maybe. Possibly. Whatever. I am being controlled by human with arm up ass right now. It is uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. I cannot recommend. Anyway, this is segment the people of Good Enough like to call How I Draw. And it is them drawing things. I don't know what drawing is. I have hand up ass. Goodbye. What's up, you sloppy salamis? Welcome to Good Enough. Today we're going to be, I'm pretty much going to be showing you how I draw skulls. Let's do skulls. That's what we're doing. So, here we have a blank sheet of paper. I'm going to be honest, I have no idea what the fuck I'm drawing. I know it's a skull. I'm just going to go ahead and start with a very loose circle. I'm going to kind of... Now, I'm not too sure if I want the skull, like, which way I want to look it to be looking. I'm thinking more of an upper, kind of tilted that way. You know what I mean? So we're going to go ahead and do that. And how I guess how I usually start, obviously, is with a very shitty circle. And wherever I want the nose, I kind of give it a little, almost like a heart shape, but it's a very poor heart shape. And that's roughly the center of it. Now, depending on like the angle of it, I kind of go about it different ways. Like sometimes I'll start with the eyes, sometimes I'll start with the little top jaw. I guess that's what we're gonna be doing. So we got where we want the nose. Now, whenever skulls kind of tip up, the nose kind of, it's not that pronounced of a hole, I guess. So maybe like that. And this is where this is really where sketching comes into play, because I mean, the eyes have already changed position at least twice. So we want those cheekbones kind of like right here. And we're gonna find out where we want the teeth. And we gotta remember too, whenever it's looking up like this, the teeth are gonna be more the teeth are gonna be more pointed this way to the camera. So we're gonna kind of account for that angle by pretty much just, okay, so regular teeth are more like that. So whenever you tilt a tooth, fucking this way, the bottom's gonna get more like that, and the top, I said that the wrong fucking way. Okay, the top is gonna get smaller, and the bottom is gonna get, there we go. Took me a minute. We're good. So that's kind of how we're going about that. That's kind of how we're gonna think about it. So we're gonna map out where we want all the top teeth. Just like that. And we're just going to start off with little chiclets. Some little chiclet teeth. I'm probably going to make them rotting. Because this skull likes this skull likes his candy. And he doesn't like to brush his teeth. Mainly because he's dead. And when you're dead, you don't need to brush your teeth. You give him some nice little chiseled cheekbones, like so. And then, now the temple wouldn't really be that pronounced at this kind of angle. Now the head would be more like this, kind of. I think. Probably. I don't know. we're just gonna kind of map in a little bit of the shading just so we can kind of get an idea of where the brow is coming out, and that would be about right there. So that kind of establishes the angle a little bit better. Now, I don't know how many other people do it like this. I don't really care. But I like to shade some sort of, sometime I like to shade as I'm sketching just so it kind of gives me a better feel for what I'm doing. We'll give it that the weird little center line kind of thingy going on. And I don't really fuck with skulls with bottom jaws for some reason. I just think they look nastier. You know what I mean? For some reason, it just gives them some sort of like a That's all I can think of. Just a nice little Okay, so that's our top of the head. We're gonna go ahead and find out where the fucking bottom's gonna be. The bottom's gonna be about right there. Now, obviously, skulls aren't, perfect circles or anything like that, so we're gonna make it kind of wonky. And again, this is where the beauty of sketching comes into play, because you don't really need to be. It doesn't even need to look good. Look at this. This looks like duty. It looked like poopy duty. Just like it did. I'm gonna go ahead and map out a little bit of the shade under there. And you know what? We're gonna give this feller an eye. Just one. A third one. Because fucking, why not? There's very little rules in art. You can really do whatever the fuck you want. If you wanted to give him a little Mickey ears, you could do that. If you wanted to draw a dragon with Mickey arms, you can do that. Nothing's wrong. It's okay. It might look fucking stupid. But if it's funny, it's okay. It's not okay. That being said, I am giving him Mickey ears. Now, if you went in to this with a very, clear idea, then sure, a skull with a third eye and Mickey ears probably would not have happened. But I didn't know what the fuck was gonna happen. So here we are. Now we're gonna go ahead and actually give him fucking pupils. But they're just gonna be... There's gonna be some itty bitty guys. Itty bitty gumdrop eyes. Just like that. Like he's looking down. Well, he's got Mickey ears, so now I'm thinking he's going down one of the rides with a drop on it. So he's like, oh god, or oh boy, some shit like that. I'm coloring his nostrils, his gaping nose. Do some extra little blemishes. I'm gonna thicken up a few of these. I say a few, but I mean all of them. We're gonna pronounce some of these lines here. We're just gonna thicken up a good bit of it. This. Make it a little bit more readable. And here lately too, what I've been noticing, I like my stuff not super clean of an outline. I like it having kind of like a jagged feel, like just straight, more angular type of shit. Kind of like, yeah, I mean, like obviously the top of the skull right here, it's curved. But once we get down to here, it's more like, you know, angled. Stuff like that. Like the top of the skull kind of looks like a little butt crack. I mean, the bottom of the skull looks like little butt cheeks. And that's fine. So we're going to go ahead and thicken up the lines on his teeths. Little teethy teeths. Give him a little shadow right under those nasty fuckers. And you can do whatever the fuck you want to do with them at this point. You know, I think what we're gonna do is make him cry. We're gonna make him crying. The Mickey skull is now crying. He had a bad time at Disneyland. Which is not hard to do when you are surrounded by screaming children. And what are we going to make that go into? I want to give him some sort of a background, but... Not a background, but you know what I mean. Smaller stuff like this, I usually like to give it just a shape, almost. And I didn't want the shape of a lava lamp. It's not at all what I had in mind. We're gonna give it the shape of a pill. How about that? Everybody likes pills, right? Well, maybe not everybody, but select few. Okay. We're gonna make these lines come straight down. Now, whenever, you know, at some point, whenever I hardline this, all of these lines are going to be straight, maybe. But it's going to be colored, and it's going to be a little more readable than it is now, because, fuck. But I like having almost like a drippy kind of background going on. So I like that shit. I be digging this shit like with a shovel. Dig it with a shovel. We're gonna make a few more like that. One down, one more down, and an eye. One more, because fucking why not? And we're gonna make this one go up. We're gonna flip the fucking script, boys. Add a little bit of shading in these fucking ears. And bing bang boozle fucking we got it. We did it. We did it. And that's how I draw a skull and how I come up with some of the dumbest goddamn shit I ever have. So that's good.
Enough. I meant to say enough. I didn't get to say good enough, so that's good enough. Thanks for watching. Bye.